So let's just go ahead and take a look at what I got. Some of these books are already in the press, like some books that I had signed, but some of them are still right here. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I got here. Okay, the ASM 300 that I hope fills a huge gap in my collection. I got this one. It's a newsstand 266. Now this is a Mark Jewelers. Not a super high dollar book. There are no 9.8 Mark Jeweler sales. But yeah, anytime I see a high grade Mark Jewelers, I have to pick it up. I think I can get 9.8 with a sucker, and who knows what it could be worth. Probably won't be a PC book if I get the 9.8. But yeah, this thing is immaculate. This might be the best looking Mark Jewelers I've ever seen. I paid only $100 for this. Yeah, that's crazy for any 9.6, 9.8 Mark Jewelers to get it for, especially ASM, to get $100. That's just crazy. I can't believe I got it for that price. She-Hulk, it's a newsstand 9.6. This looks like an obvious 9.8 to me. So I paid, I'd have to look at my phone to see exactly what I paid, but I believe, I'll put it on the screen because I just can't remember. Seems like it was under fair market value though, whatever that is. Maybe $25 under fair market value, and I think we got an obvious 9.8 candidate here. I'm pretty stingy when it comes to buying books, and being able to see it in person, that's the best part of this con for me, was being able to buy books. Next year, I'm not going to be so much about signatures. I'm going to get the VIP pass and get my signatures that I want. I'm not a big signature guy anyway. If you've been following this channel, you know that. But I'm going to focus more on buying and selling next year. I'm going to take more than $3,000 next year because I found that ran out fairly quickly, especially when you buy a high-end PC book. And this one I always pick up when I see it. DC Comics Presents 47, immaculate. It should have already been a 9.8. I think there might be a couple bins, but this is like, man, this thing looks like a 9.9. It's just immaculate. So that's a pretty big book. First He-Man and Skeletor in comics. All right, so signatures. The one I have on my desk here that I just happen to be working on, about to give it another press, is this Al Milgrom Firestorm #1. Now, this character is Al Milgrom's baby. He came up with it and, yeah, created it. So he loves this book, had a lot of good stories for me. If you ever get a chance to get signatures from Al Milgrom, he is one of the best guys to do it from. He'll just sit and talk to you forever. Hopefully try not to have too many people behind you in line, because if you ask him a question, he's going to talk. He's a lot of fun to hang out with and talk to. He was sitting right next to Jim Starlin, his childhood friend. Let's see what else I got. I got a Larry Hama. Is it Hama or Hama? Hama signature. A couple signatures from him. I got a Wolverine 88, which is in the press right now as well, but I got him to do a G.I. Joe 21. Let's see what else. I can just show you what I got here. These are books that are waiting to be pressed. I got this Spider-Man 2099, signed by Mr. Leonardi, right here. Beautiful cover. Love this book. And by the way, everything that I'm showing you here is, except for this G.I. Joe 21, I think that's a 9.6 or 4. All of these you're seeing probably are 9.8 candidates. I got an Al Milgrom signature there. Beautiful placement there. I think I have 2 of that book. One might just be a 9.6, just a 9.6. Look at this. This one actually is about a 9.4, I think. It's got a couple little tiny creases in it. Bunch of Chris Claremonts. This is a huge book. This will be likely 9.8. All of the X-Men I have are 9.8s, I think. A couple might get 9.6. And these are, actually, I forgot to tell you, this is for a signature verification submission. I want to try out the signature verification with CGC. Look at this beautiful remark by Al Milgrom here. Isn't that great? This is probably borderline 9.6, 9.8 book. Would be very happy with 9.4 or greater on that. Chris Claremont has a beautiful signature, as you can see. Let's see what else we got. That might be it that I have in the queue right here. A bunch are in the press over there waiting to be submitted. And yeah, I wish I had more out to show you. There's a bunch of Maria Wolf. Let me see if I can find those for you real quick. Here we go. Now, Maria Wolf was my favorite modern young artist, and she just does amazing works. That's her first work on DC. That's going to be a 9.8. Transformers #1, her cover, beautiful. Got a Scotty Young. Now that Scotty Young will go with my X-Men 141 signed by Chris Claremont. I had him do the silver signature the same way on the bottom here, so those will look great together. I bought 2 of these from him and had him sign them. Those are both 9.8s. Got the Virgin variant of the Transformers 1. Got Void Rivals, a Virgin variant, signed by Maria Wolf as well. A Doom 1. A Doom 1. These are immaculate. A couple of these are 9.9s. There's no defects on them, except for maybe a tiniest little bindery thing. A couple of these, I don't know whether it's the Dooms or the Transformers, have a good shot at 9.9. Beautiful Scotty Young, funny cover. My daughter loves this cover. Got some remarks again, some little sketches, by Maria Wolf on the Virgin here. One is a Megatron, one is a Optimus Prime, very cool. And my favorite of the entire bunch, as you can see, a Creep Show. Look at this one. Isn't that great? I just love that one. Another Void Rivals. Now this one, interesting story. I dropped off a Doom 1 to have the remark done, the sketch. And she did several of these and she gave me back somebody else's book. This one is beat up. It looks like a toddler handled it. Probably a 9.0, 9.2. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to write her a nasty letter on Instagram or anything like that. I'm just going to deal with it and keep the book. It has an interesting story. There's a big giant crease down the back. Unfortunately, the one I gave her was the one I thought was a 9.9 candidate. So somebody out there might be submitting a 9.9 with this sketch on it. If you see it pop up in the census or you see it for sale, it's probably my book, which kind of sucks, right? Got a couple Adam Kubert books here. Is it Kubert or Kubert? I don't know. Beautiful signature in the center of this. I think it's World War III Deadpool versus Wolverine variant cover. You can see he did a little blood splatter for me. At the time that I got it signed, he had stopped doing the Wolverine. Look up Wolverine Bloody Claw. But I did get him to do a light version of it, like just do the paint splatter. Unfortunately, some guy next to me came up behind me and set a book on top of mine and smeared the paint pen, which I was not very happy about. But Adam did come back in and he cleaned it up for me, but he used like the white pen and it just doesn't look that great. I don't know what I'm going to do with this book. It probably wouldn't pass the signature because it's obviously had somebody mess with it, even though we know it was him that did it. So that was a little bit crappy. I mean, it was the $60 I paid for the, or $50 I paid for the book and got the signature, and it's a good story. Anyways, I'll probably hang on to it just for the story. I mean, there's more, but they're either in the press or kind of in the cold press, and I don't really want to dig those out. But it was, here's the one that's a 9.9, one of them anyways, Void Rivals. I'll try to put that up front in the submission, so maybe the rater will be early on, and he'll say, oh, this is a 9.9, and that'll put him in a good mood. Maybe he'll give more 9.9s. We'll see. So I'm going to do a 25 book submission, 9.8 pre-screen if I can. And we'll see what these verified labels look like. It'll be a fun submission. You probably won't see it for a couple, 3 months, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Not a big signature guy, but I thought, why not? It's a new thing offered by CGC, so let's just give it a shot and see how it is. And regardless of what happens, it'll be an experience, and it'll be a good video, and maybe give good information for you guys out there. So that's all I have today. I thought this would be a 5-minute video, but I just, for some reason, can't shut up, and there's no way I could do under 10 minutes ever. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, very cool stuff. Thanks for watching. Love to see your comments below, what you think about this. Did you go to Heroes? I know I saw about 15, 20 of you there that stopped me and we talked for a little bit. It was awesome meeting some of you guys. I didn't get to meet any of you last year. I only went for a few hours last year, but I was there all 3 days. So I got to see quite a few of you, which was a thrill for me. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay nerdy, and I'll see you in the next one.